Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about the Democratic Party's finances and what small donors can accomplish and what they can't, and races that aren't really competitive and whether or not it's worth supporting them. Basically, we're going to talk about how to play the game. Because I got this message. What do you think about financially supporting Democrats in heavily red areas? I've seen somebody I respect and somebody you've spoken highly of say it's a bad idea and just a waste of money. What do you think? Somebody I respect, or somebody you respect and I've spoken highly of, but no name. I don't think there's a yes or no answer to that. I don't think it's clear cut. I think there's a whole lot of nuance in that. When you're talking about heavily red areas, there are areas like the one I live in. The chance of a Democratic candidate winning here, it's pretty slim. It really is. It's not impossible, but it's pretty slim. However, the advertising that they put out, the policies that they put out, the messaging that they put out, once the people hear it, they can't unhear it. So the advertising isn't wasted. Therefore, your donation isn't wasted, assuming it goes to advertising. It may not win this race. It may not win the next race. It may not ever win a race. But it might introduce those policies and make the Republican candidate a little bit more moderate. That's a possibility. One of the problems with the Democratic Party is that they don't really have a cohesive strategy. They focus race by race, and they don't engage in a lot of messaging that is national, which is something they should probably do. If it was me, I would be doing national ad buys and just not to influence the outcome of any specific race, but to further the ideas that the Democratic Party supports, further their policies, and get those policies into areas that right now a Democratic candidate doesn't stand a chance in. So I don't think it's a waste of money. I think that getting those ideas out and planting those seeds, even in areas that are heavily red, I think it's a good idea. Focusing on the Republican Party's authoritarian streak, focusing on labor rights, focusing on how the subtext of a lot of Republican positions right now is that the government should raise your kids, despite their rhetoric. These are things that would resonate, and a long-term campaign aimed at pointing that out would probably influence elections 8, 12, or 16 years from now. But the fight doesn't stop after Election Day, right? So I don't think it's wasted. Now, all of that being said, as it comes close to election time, if there is a candidate that is polling within the margin of error and a candidate that's 15 points down, support the one that's in the margin of error. Support the one that has a chance of winning today. It's not a flat answer because it's a dynamic situation and it changes over time. In general, no, I don't think it's a waste of money. At the same time, there are moments when you want those dollars to be as effective as possible, right? And you have to make that decision on your own. But I have a lot of issues with the way the Democratic Party messages and the lack of a cohesive strategy, because they play each race individually rather than trying to build a movement that can further policy that helps people even those who didn't vote for him. I think that's the route to a strong left-leaning Democratic Party. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.